Hi, so here we are again, here I am again. The inspiration is coming through very strongly at the moment, so it's the best time really to do a reading. The fairies are inspiring me, the moon is inspiring me. I can really feel the build up to this full moon lunar eclipse that's coming up. I know I keep harping on about it, but it's quite a significant time for many of us, and the effects of not just the moon and the lunar eclipse but also the planetary alignments that are going on are very significant. It's a pretty powerful time. So that's always a good sign to do a reading from Oracle of the Fairies and see if the fairies have any guidance for us at this super powerful time. And there's only one way to find that out, and that is by shuffling the cards and seeing what the fairies wish to reveal to us. So fairies, please reveal the message that you wish me to share with everyone watching, and for myself, because the messages that come out are also very relevant to myself. They're for all of us. I love the way the cards usually fly out as well. It's so cool. Someone said to me the other day, my cards aren't flying out of the deck like yours. And I said, well, I am very connected with this particular deck, obviously because I wrote it, and also because I use these cards a lot. I've been using them for months and months, even before they came out. And they still work. They don't have to fly out of the deck. It's just that sometimes they do. So rest assured that your cards are in perfect working order, whether they fly out of the deck or not. The fairies are taking their time again, and that's totally fine because you cannot rush the fae. The fairies are in there weaving their magic. It's taking a little while, and that's okay. Luckily I can edit this shuffling so you don't have to watch me shuffling the cards for hours and hours and hours. Oh! Inspiration. The fairy of inspiration has literally flown out the cards for us today. How beautiful. Inspiration. Be prepared, as you'll soon receive a visit from the fairy of inspiration. Come dusk or dawn, she can call at any time. So the beautiful fairy of inspiration has flown into our reading today for us. Are you aware of the fairy of inspiration? Are you feeling inspired at the moment? If you are feeling inspired at the moment, then give a little nod to the fairy of inspiration, because she is undoubtedly around you right now. And if you're not feeling inspired, then she's on her way. So be prepared. Now, I find that inspiration can come. Usually I get a lot of inspiration a lot of the time, to be fair. However, there are certain times and certain places where I am more receptive to inspiration. For example, if I'm out in nature, I'm very receptive then to inspiration coming through. Also, if I'm relaxing in the bath, or meditating, or just going to sleep, or just waking up, very often I will wake up with heaps of ideas and I have to write them down really quickly before they disappear. The fairy of inspiration comes in and pow, shares her inspiration with us, and then flies off again to share her inspiration with someone else. So sometimes you might find that you have the same idea as someone else and you'll think, that's my idea, and they'll think, that's my idea. But actually, all ideas are everywhere. And it's just about whether you are receptive to receiving those ideas, and not only receiving them, but also acting on those ideas. So the fairy of inspiration is coming through to us today to remind us to be open, to receive the inspiration that is around us or will soon be around us, and to act on this. And even if you think, well, I'm not very talented, I can't draw, I can't write, I can't do this, I can't do this. Well, take away I can't, scrap it, throw it away, put it in the bin. We don't do I can't. We do I can, I am, and I will. And anyone can say this, anyone can do this. You don't need a degree, you don't need qualifications, you just need to show willing, you just need to show up. Show up and be receptive and allow the fairy of inspiration to inspire you. And perhaps you're the inspiration fairy, perhaps you're taking on this energy for someone else, perhaps you are inspiring others. Perhaps you're in a teaching scenario and other people listen to you, or they look up to you, or they call you because they need some advice, and you could be inspiring them. Sometimes you inspire people without even realizing, just because you're following your heart, you're following your path, you're doing your thing, whatever that thing might be. There are no rules. Remember, in fairyland, everything is upside down, inside out, back to front, topsy-turvy. There are no rules. However, I will say that there is one rule, and this might be a human rule that I'm imposing: respect, respect, respect. Respect for fellow humans, respect for fellow fairies, respect for the land, respect for the ocean, respect for the planet, respect for every living thing. But remember as well, fairies are magical beings. Nothing is impossible. The word itself, impossible, is I'm possible. Anything is possible. It is literally only our own minds, our own restrictions that we've created, self-created restrictions, often learnt from others as we've grown up. You can't do that, or you've got to do this, you've got to do this, and you just hear these things as you're growing up, and they go in and we soak it up like a sponge. But anything is possible. It's about faith, and that doesn't mean faith in a religious sense, although it can be. It just means believing, knowing, having faith, having hope that anything is possible. So when the fairy of inspiration calls on you, which she will if she isn't there already, be receptive. Have your pen and paper ready to jot down any ideas that come to you, or have your mobile phone ready so you can quickly make a note on your phone. And act on it. When these inspirations come through, they're a gift. They're a gift from fairyland. So when the fairy of inspiration calls, work with her, and literally miracles and magic can happen. The fairy of inspiration is on her way. When you see her, what will you say? I hope you're very, very well, and I wish you lots of love, light, joy, inspiration, and magical fairy blessings. Take care, and I'll see you next time.